If you think personal style has to fit in a box, if you think you know what personal style looks like for other people, I think you got it all wrong, because personal style is actually something that you can't really grasp, that you can't really put into a box, something you can't sell, because it's not a concept that can be replicated or duplicated. And even one person's style can vary on a day-to-day basis and still create a distinctive personal style for themselves. I think we lost the plot a little bit with the whole personal style discourse. First it was aesthetics, then it was capsule wardrobes, now it's personal style. How do we create personal style? How can we build a capsule wardrobe, etc.? While I'm a big fan of capsule wardrobes, while I create them with my clients on a weekly basis, I think we lost it when we thought that we have to put ourselves into a box to create personal style, because this is actually contradictory. Today I want to muse about this topic of personal style being multifaceted, because as human beings, we are inherently multifaceted. We're not fiction, we're real, and real people and real life is multifaceted. There is no black and white, there is no box, there is no aesthetic that we could put ourselves in and be comfortable and confident and fulfilled, essentially. This video is an ode to your personality, to let your personality shine through whatever you're wearing, whatever you gravitate towards, and not being discouraged or afraid of venturing outside of your daily habits of dressing up, because I tell you, when you stop putting a limit on your personal style, it actually gets personal, and this is where the magic happens. The most iconic people in fashion don't have a box, never had and never will. Why? Because they have true authentic personal style. They have many layers to their life. They have many aspects in their life in which they dress differently, they hold themselves differently, they have a different vibe, a different aura, and all of these different facets. And you have the same as well. And maybe the number one hindrance in your personal style journey is that you keep yourself in a box of a certain vibe and certain aesthetic. For me personally, one of my all-time beauty icons was and is Monica Bellucci. And I really like the idea of this luxurious but still minimalistic 90s type of beauty. This style is very feminine, and I always aspired to embrace and wear this style because I felt confident in it. But then I realized when I was at home or when I was running errands, I would be in the same old jogger pants and the same old tracksuit. I wouldn't feel like my best self. But I couldn't dress up insanely on a day-to-day basis, because it's a little bit ridiculous where I live to go out in heels to the grocery store. I mean, you can do that if that's your cup of tea, but for me personally, I felt uncomfortable. And I was in this headspace of, how can I put myself into this box of, let's call it the femme fatale aesthetic? How can I look like a femme fatale when I go grocery shopping, when I go to university, when I go to the gym? And even this concept, when I talk about it like that, it sounds crazy and insane already. This happens every time you put yourself in a box of clean girl, of bohemian chic. If you put your style and your preference and your idea of your beauty in such a constricted box, you will never find your style and the way you dress as fulfilling, comfortable, and feeling confident in it at all. What it will give you though is a closet of the same type of clothes, always looking for the same type of silhouettes, cuts, pieces. You won't only get bored but also frustrated with your wardrobe. How can we actually embrace multifaceted style? How we can build it? One concept that I really love, I got from a former YouTuber. Shout out to Carolyn Gray, I love you. And she made this video about personal style being multifaceted and how we can actually embrace these multi-layers of style in our life. And what she proposed was that you create these sort of personas for yourself in different aspects of your life. For example, when you go to the gym, how do you want to feel? Who you want to be when you go to the gym? How is your athleisure self looking like? It could be, for example, you're the colorful, bold, confident type of gym girly that wears bright colors, bright sets, even mismatching pieces, because this is what gives you energy. This is how you feel most confident in, and how you want to present yourself, and also how you want to feel when going to the gym and taking care of your body. For others, like myself, it may be I just like a very sleek, casual, classic look when in the gym. I prefer a black leggings, maybe a white shirt or a black top, some basic comfortable sneakers, and a bomber jacket on top with a bun, for example, or a cap, which I also love. This is a very rudimentary example, but it goes further. It goes to, how do I want to feel like when I'm on a date? I want to feel confident. I want to feel attractive. When do I feel most attractive in? Then you may realize, okay, I really love when I have a silky top and maybe a pencil skirt on, or I love myself in heels, or I love to wear these studded glittery ballet flats. Whatever it may be, you will actually find that you have this natural gravitation towards every other aspect of your life, in which type of clothes you actually feel your best and look your best without constricting yourself. And if you think and maybe even journal about it, you can also be creative with it. Imagine yourself in different aspects of your life, in different activities of your life, and contemplate how you can feel comfortable, confident, and what would you like to feel like, and express yourself to the world in these types of situations. I feel like this really helps with contextualizing your style in different areas of your life without sticking to one idea of how your style should look like. Multifaceted can mean you can love basics, but you can also love bright colors. It can mean on one day you want to embrace high quality basics, 90s glam, 90s fine. On another day it may mean you embrace your street style and your love for hip hop. One day you want to accentuate your femininity, on another day you want to challenge it. And all of these aspects of yourself are what you actually admire in people who have iconic, insanely good personal style, which is why we connect so much with Carrie Bradshaw's style, for example. She has this style that can't be pinned down. It can't be broken down into outfit formulas, even though we try to do that.
If you think about it, I was the best thing that ever happened to him. Actually, no, I pity him because I get to walk away and be me, and he has to walk away and stay him, you know? And who wants to be him when you could be me? I mean, I'm smart, I am funny. I was this thing, you know? I was it.
It's just, it will never do its justice for her because it's so multifaceted, and she doesn't put herself in a box. On one day, it could mean I want to wear all the jewelry I have. On most days, it could mean I only wear my stud earrings. It can mean whatever you want it to mean, and I know sometimes it's easy to go back to a certain outfit formula, and there's no shame in that. If that works for you, that's amazing, but you can switch it up always with accessories, with colors, with textures. It doesn't mean that you only have to go this route if it does not fulfill you, and if you feel like you dim your own light with this type of approach. If it works for some people, it may not work for you. Sometimes I don't even look at certain pieces because I feel like, okay, this is not my style. Think twice. Why is it not my style actually? Maybe I would love some embroidery on my shirt, or maybe I won't, but if I don't try it, I will never know, and maybe I deny myself and my style that I may actually really love. So what I want to say with this is actually, don't create walls where there are none. Always remember that you're multifaceted. You have different seasons of life. You have different layers in your life, different activities, different days, different moods. Every day is not the same, and we as women have a 28-day cycle. This means we are never the same. We're never the same any other day. Why is our style always the same? Why it has to fit a certain box? It can be the reality for us. And also, always remember, they try to put yourself in a box to sell you stuff. It's always easier for you to be in a box and buy something that fits this box. It's much more complicated for companies to advertise to people with actual personal style because it's diffused, it's not homogenic, it's diverse, and it's inclusive, and it's weird, and it is fun, and it can be basic at the same time. They don't know how to sell to people who are individual, and I know that you will feel much more comfortable if you actually embrace your individuality and don't restrict yourself to any idea of style and beauty and aesthetic. Let me know what you think about this topic. Let me know if you ever felt this way too, if you ever felt constricted to a certain type of aesthetic or look or fashion icon even. I would really love to hear your feedback. I really loved to muse with you in my last video. I had such a blast. Thank you so much for your time and your thoughts. I really love to read all of your comments and really love to connect with you, and I can't wait for the next video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.